So a lot of teachers ask me, how can I confer with a student reading a book, a chapter book, that I have not read? And I think that that's a really interesting challenge that teachers face in independent reading, is how to confer in a book that the teacher's not familiar with. And so there's a couple of approaches that I take. And the first is that I just have the kid open up the book from where they are. Page 72, they open it up on page 72. And I have them read just a little section, sometimes a couple of paragraphs, maybe a page. And I'm reading along with them. And then I ask them, what's going on this page? Not in the whole book. My purpose is not to interview the book so much as really begin to get to know the student in the book. And the student will reply, and I'll be able to understand a lot about how they're taking this book in, depending on their reply. There's a lot of inferential thinking that I can get at as well by saying something like, why did the character say that? Or what do you think the character's feeling when she did that? And so that's an approach that can really help me see how the student is threading together the pages that have come before that one section. Another thing I ask students a lot is how they know what they know. And so I'm often going to follow up the answers to my initial questions with how do you know? Or what made you say that? Or what parts of the text did you read that gave you that idea? Or what words gave you that idea? And that is really important for me to be able to see not just what a student is comprehending, but how they're comprehending. Because ultimately, my job as a teacher in independent reading is to help propel that student forward into his or her life as a reader, and as a reader who is dwelling in a book. And if I can see how that student is making meaning, I'll be able to maybe mirror that back a little bit to the student and show them what I notice about how they're making meaning that can hopefully transcend that one particular book. We're not trying to match that student's comprehension with our comprehension so much as really see how that student is putting information together in the book so that they can go forward and be a reader who reads independently.